Hey guys, Ballatw here, back with another VOD review. Today we're going to take a look at the absolute whopping that Envy gave Sentinels on their undefeated 15 map win streak on Haven. We're going to take a look at the defensive side where they won 10-2 and hopefully learn a little bit about the setups and the reads that they were making that ended up beating out Sentinels, the undefeated team on this map. Nothing crazy to note except that we have seen Mame switch over to Omen instead of Caboose, who is now unlocked on Reyna. Mame was really good on the smokes, specifically helping over towards A, and also flashing in towards C, and his support smokes that he's able to give towards F and S2 when he does play over towards C. But most importantly, it was the reads kind of and other things that were super good in this match, and then the setups as well. Quick dart back A lobby. Sentinels is doing a quick split. We have FNS here and Crashies, and Mame's here outside of garage. Crashies get caught out of position. FNS has the cage. You saw that molly there? That was from Food right here. He's running through, and he consistently is throwing this molly down on logs, and that makes it so that they kind of have to either run through FNS's cage, or they have to wait for the molly, and it kind of stalls them like crazy. You could see that. Yeah, they're stuck in the cage. It's kind of all three sitting in it, waiting for it to pop. And then they run through. So that delay, that one cage from Finesse, the molly, and then it was pretty much wraps. So quick rotates as well. I'm wondering like what information they got that actually enabled that, or if it was just the fact that Mame did smoke top A lobby, that Arrow did spot Dapper, and they're making noise up here. One flash, and that's basically it. Okay, anti-eco rounds. Another smoke at top A lobby from Mame. Oh, I like this double, especially in the new patch. This is going to be a lot better. I don't like it necessarily when Sentinels can force stingers that really easily, but double peeking, like slight walking down on an anti-eco round with nothing smoked or anything like that is probably good, but Sinatra's just better at everybody at moving and jumping classics. Ooh, Crashy's got all the way on the flank. This is really aggressive. I don't know if I like that much, but in either case, it is a possibility to do. Let me turn down the caster volume again. So it was two peeking down, one also playing close garage, and Crashies with information and a smoke A lobby. If they're pressuring enough, they get enough presence that everybody should fall off of it, and then it's everybody pushing window, grass, and whatever. That's kind of how it should work. So full they had three starting off A, the normal thing. Caboose ends up pushing all the way up with one Lear. I think this is the only time we see Caboose with them at A in the entire game, and because of that, they kind of have this retake going on, but we'll see how they deal with that. Yeah, so Caboose gets all the way up here and just holds the A lobby. It's the same as holding all the way down like here and just spotting the cross, but neither way they know now it's not going to be A, and if it is A, they're going to have a lot of time to rotate before they get there. So this is the issue. This is a big issue with retaking B sometimes and with no information, but Mame was over here with Finesse for whatever reason, and they tried to push the smoke. It's actually crazy how Shazam killed Mame from all the way back here, but he did get his smoke down first, so that's good. And then Caboose is going to be on the flank. Wow, this wall is actually so good for Finesse instead. Okay. Nothing crazy on that round. Just the fact that they have so much space on both sides. Like, they didn't have to worry about garage really because Sentinels went up in here. That probably would have been an issue, but in any case, they get so many kills before. Sentinels got to kind of walk through, and there was definitely problems with some things like that happening a lot. This is the first round where I was like, okay, Envy's come prepared. Envy has some new shit. Like, this is that round. So yeah, it's anti-eco again. They double peek A long with the cage from Dapper trying to cross, but again, they smoke top A lobby, kind of delays them, but in any case, with the cage, they don't want to stay too long, and they both double up on sewers. Mame, re-smoking, re-flashing, whatever he needs to do. Okay, so he instantly drones down sewers as he comes back just to make sure, okay, who's crossed, who's done what. Food is still trying to jump spot the cross. Yeah, nice. Okay, so just shouldering it and comes back. The fact that he spots means Mame wants to cross back over towards A link. Meanwhile, they're staying at C completely, giving up B just because they saw that info. Okay, he spots now 2 for sure. Pay attention to Mame here, the way that he flashes to help, but also just watch this crossfire. Crashes in the corner, completely peeking this at the same time. Now he sees 3. That calls everybody else off. And he ults here. Everybody was like, what the fuck? This guy's crazy. But this is so sick because it actually allows crashes and them to both double peek. You're usually not playing crossfires like this, double peeking. It doesn't necessarily get the most value out of everything, but I still think that gives you 2 opportunities basically for making that crossfire really, really work. Anyways, where was the flash from Mame? Okay, it was right here. That one was interesting. I think that this support flash can help so much on a crossfire. You're adding a 3rd element to already a difficult thing to overcome from Sentinels. And then he comes out, which he gets a kill. Perfect. If he doesn't get a kill there, I really think that's probably super bad. But in either way, look at that flash from Caboose through the wall. That just helps. It's not only like retake flash, but supporting the guys on short. You can imagine a round where they clear everybody out, and now they're coming out long and they want to fight back long. Just this flash, super nice to know. If you have a teammate already in way, super useful. Finesse was peeking out, and there you go, round cleaned up. Okay, so this round starts with only crashes A, with only food B, nobody garage, and 3 people C. I like the calls from Finesse basically to make that happen. They just went A. Let's make sure that we're slightly less over towards A, and we'll feel it out. We'll get the information if they do change it up. But in either case, something slightly different. I love what Finesse and Caboose did here. There's a smoke top C. This is really, really common in defaults, thrown by Zoms, and that's just to hide if they're coming out. But Sentinels is not playing the orb, at least in this round. And what Finesse does, she throws the camera to spot through. You see that a lot, but what you don't see is because of that camera, Caboose can now actually just walk through the smoke and get even more information. So he spots the way that Zoms is playing really, really passively towards C, and at the same time, Crashes has droned out and spotted a few down towards A. So they can understand what the adjustments are. He's going to stay down in Cubby. The camera just gets blown up now from Zoms. Really nice from him. And they've rotated 3 over towards A because Crashes has already spotted somebody with a drone. And they're going to walk up towards long because there's no hits coming yet. Finesse is now playing in the Cubby. And this is cool. So he's just playing reactive. Here's the dart come. And because of the dart, that's when he flashes. They retake long. And there's no concern whatsoever now. Because they have long control, they can just sit here if they want. Mame throws into the flashes to help FNS. But they can also fight with FNS. And the crossfire that they have now is really, really strong because they don't have to worry about somebody trying to clear them really close. You always see some people play in this corner. They're like, yeah. And then they just get cleared, even though there's a guy over here. It's just really tough to fight both angles at the same time, even though it looks like a good crossfire on the surface. But now that they've cleared long, it is good. And we play this thing so aggressive. Yeah, it's like aggressive in their reads and aggressive on their information collection, but not necessarily super. Like I don't consider this aggressive. I consider this a nice way to actually hold against an A push. I actually find that very good. They were setting up to do, like, we had Sinatra here ready to darts. Shazam was trying to work out A long, and they were going to execute A. But the timing is good. As soon as that dart comes, there's a flash around the corner. I would have liked if Sentinels could clear all the way up to this area first. If they did that, then all of a sudden he can't be as reactive. Food can't, and it's a different story. As soon as they execute, we execute long. That's a nice little tactic that probably will win you a lot of rounds. Okay, so once again, they just went A. Let's try it. Let's make sure we're gambling a little bit more towards others. This is not a 3-1-1, basically 0 in garage. This isn't a setup that's gonna lose you if they come A, right? We know retaking A is possible. We know that whatever. You're not losing B, you're not losing A. It's not just a coin flip. It's a normal setup. Because you're at least gaining information on A, you can make the rotations. You're at least gaining information on B, you can at least make the rotations. But in either case, hard read against Sentinels, who's saying, okay, well, A didn't work. Let's try going C. Dash across. There's ult from Crashies on B. Caboose is stuck in garage. And he actually, yeah, okay. So he's here with Empress. He actually dismisses backside rather than dismissing down garage. And that's important. Even though Mama has smoked the front of garage, they don't have information that there's anybody who walked through, nothing like that. So it's much, much better. And he can now fight with his team. Okay. Food is coming through. The information is pretty much gathered. As soon as you throw a jet smoke and dash, like, it's okay. They're executing C pretty much confidently. And yeah, that's just ridiculous. There's a counter ult from Sinatra. He mollies himself off. This smoke from Mame is like a replacement for the cage, but also just like a more, just a longer delay now. And it allows FNS. Look at actually what happens. So the execute starts. FNS is stuck here. Okay, they want to push logs. They want to maybe push through the cage. They're not going to do that. That's when the smoke goes down, by the way. Hilarious that Sinatra's still droning all the way back here. But in any case, he can stay backside. And as soon as that smoke comes down, yeah, you have Caboose. He fills the space. Finesse leaves that space that Caboose fills, and they play double backside. How hard is that going to be to clear now? Without raised paint shells, without a molly, without anything. It's going to be really, really difficult to clear. So that smoke from Mame adds so much to what Envy's able to do to hold that. It's a full hold. One thing to note is that Food, I'm pretty sure he just walled and grabbed orb with Crashies, and now he has ult. And instead of playing C, because they just went C, let's do something else. Let's so 0 on C. Literally no information here. Mame and Caboose in garage. So it's not necessarily like fully playing no information on C, because they have this, right? They can still see this angle. They can still see it get smoked. It is easy to abuse, because if you just smoke and walk out with no real information, or you smoke and like send one person out and then you hit A or something, like it's much harder to read, but it's playable. 2 people garage, a nice setup here, finesse backside, trap wires here to help Crashies, and also camera to help Crashies. He is going to play full retake on A. If they do execute, all he's going to be doing is shooting through the smoke, trying to find the trap wire, trying to find this trap fire, waiting for the camera to tag somebody, and shooting through the smoke. That's literally the only thing that Crash is going to be doing here, and maybe throw a couple shock darts on planner. But in either case, 2B, 2 garage, and Crash is all the way by himself. Notice too how Finesse puts his cages. Can I quite see them? Yeah, there's a cage front. I believe there's a cage here. I can't quite see it, but in either case, it's not over where Crashies is, because the intent is not to delay over there. The intent is to work B and hold off on B. So another one of these, like, here's a workable setup, but we know you just tried C, so we're pretty sure that you're gonna go somewhere else. Food's peeking the side, looking at the entry. They dash forward. There's a molly. Finesse dies. Food walks out of the smoke. Mame is now here as well, and I'm pretty sure he just flashed, so Food is flashing as well, kind of just retaking back through with ults. And notice how he uses his flash first, just to make it so that he doesn't delay at all. And Mame's coming through, so double flash retake instantly as they're trying to plant spike, as they're trying to get space. No space given. That was funny. Mame there literally like got stuck with the drone in the corner, and Sinatra just kills him. Okay, Food, 1 orb off ult again for his 3rd ult of the half, and insta wall out. There's a dart as well to delay anything. They have to break it. That's insta ults. And what do we do with it now? Oh, right, this is the round. Somebody was talking about this. I don't necessarily fully like Crash's re-peeking off of this, but this is not something that they've been doing, so it's like just challenging. Like, this is confidence purely. But he does get Shazam. Now he can drone. Food's still watching short. He spots one stuck in the cubby. And instantly it's like, oh, okay, hold on. They have a problem here. They have a problem here. A lobby. We can split this up. We can isolate this 100%. So Food comes back over. Crashes is swinging, throwing a shock dart. And look at this. Look at this from Mummy. Look at this from Mummy. I didn't notice this in the watch party, but when I watched it back last night, like, sure, Crashies kills him before, but if that was a second before, both Shazam and Dapper probably flashed, and at the same time, too, Food is ulting. Shazam has to deal with that at the same time, so he just dies after he sends Food back, because Crashies just trades the ults, and it's perfect. So another re-exec on long, but this time all the way up a lobby, and Spike down, Sick pushes back in, but Moments later, Mame has op. He actually tags him down to 1 HP, but there's a smoke down now, a lobby, and the round is over. But like, that entire sequence, Crashy's peeking Shazam, a little bit of confidence, and then isolating Dapper in that covey all the way up here because he's like, hold on, this is the only guy there. I spotted him with my drone. Come on, Food, come back. He ults instantly, and Mame is like, I didn't even know you could flash that deep as Omen. It didn't do anything, but anyways, super, super, super nice. One note about the confidence here, the way that he swings early on, how he's peeking with Food, how they're getting the orb and whatnot, and then they see what's going on. Like even farther back, I can't go back at this point, but it's pretty easy for Crashies to identify and say, hold on, this is a default again. They're probably not going to have like 3, 4, 5 behind this. Also, given what probably is happening on the rest of the map, like I really like to see like how people rotate based on information gathered. Okay, so Mame smoke bottom garage. Camera doesn't spot anything. Another smoke bottom garage. That's why it takes so long to smoke top A lobby. Oh, there's no smoke top C long unless I'm tripping. So he doesn't smoke top C long. And I believe, yeah, Finesse is just peeking that and they have a little battle. So not only does Crashies now know the information that, yeah, it is a default because I just spotted one come out. I just tagged Dapper a little bit. But we also have Zombs trying to duel FNS all the way back C long. So I know it's a default. They're spread out across the map. That's why he has the confidence to actually swing on this. Okay, we spot the default again. Smoke front garage. This is really cool from Caboose and FNS. One playing connector, one playing tucked in the corner. This is what Sick has been doing, and that's like the only place that they've found like really any kills whatsoever. Sentinels on their default has been Sick walking through garage, and yeah, at this point, I everything comes with a grain of salt, but still look at the setups from Envy. Even though Sentinels is kind of like, yeah, I don't know why Sinatra's walking in by himself, but either case, impossible for them to play this. Also, I'm not sure if this setup is like, okay, I have neural theft. Let me play with you in garage and maybe I can get the body. You know, something like that. It's really cool. Just smoke down long A. Crashies plays the smoke. Who dies. Another flash again from Mame to try to help out, but slightly too late. And also Crashies kind of out of position for that, but does get Food a great position down short. Given the fact that there's everybody on A already, I think that causes Zombs not to check, but it happens. It happens. Even if he does check, by the way, what happens here if Zombs just dies, it's the same effect, right? You guys are stuck out A, Shazam is long, and all the room in the world to just kill him. As this happens, by the way, Finesse is jumping out, Mame is swinging, Caboose throws the same leer, by the way, that's why this guy's full blind, because Caboose, once again with the support leer, and the setup is unbeatable. Okay, Cage. Oh yeah, this is this round. The only other round that Sentinels wins. Same sort of thing, Dart. Yeah, so this is the first actual good counter that Sentinels had. Like the other time they won the round, it kind of was happenstance that, I mean, there was a nice play from Zombs, but from there it was like, yeah, they just kind of go for it with the flow because they got the man advantage. But this was nice. Cage across, you know that they like to double up long. Also, Food is very close to ult, so he might try to go for orb. If we just run up short, how can they defend? And the question is, yeah, how can they defend? I envision them maybe going for another re-exec long, give them sight, and play from there. But at this point, you're up 9-1. I don't think you truly care. So, once again, they found the gap over towards A. So maybe that's actually a sign for MD to be like, okay, well, it's probably going to be the same type of thing. They're probably going to cage across and try to go short. But either way, they play that setup where it's mostly 3 towards C, although Caboose last time was over here and Sick was backside. Crashies was just droning over here. They also had their one round where Crashies was here and Food was here. But 3-1-1 once again. I would consider Caboose over towards C in this case. Okay, so Dart, Crashies spots it, instantly drones. Now Food is running over because they spot Sick trying to come all the way up, and insta ults out of his 4th ult out of spawn to try to regroup with Crashies if he can, and basically play that same setup we had before, but without the follow-up of a crossfire there. I mean, the crossfire will be here with his ult, but after it'll fall apart. But yeah, this is just sloppy. That's mostly just sloppy from Sick. And Caboose is swinging out, rejoining Food who died, and perfect. It's crazy how much delay Crash is able to do just by himself, but this round I call mostly sloppy from Sentinels, but it is what it is. One thing too, with that dart, the way that he broke it, sometimes he chills around here and drones, but that's the first time they threw that dart, so I think he wants to maybe prioritize getting back into short and getting into the cubby where his teammates can play from. Also, he never runs backside, even in this situation where he's by himself. But anyways, 10-2, Envy against Sentinels, who's undefeated on this map at this point, but now they are. And those defensive setups were really too much not to review, so I wanted to do that really quickly, and hopefully it's a nice quick video for you guys to learn from and maybe implement into your scrims or ranked games even. Fingers crossed that people start to implement actual team play into ranked. But in any case, if you like that video, please like, subscribe, and do all the things on my social media. We'll be back with more content just like this. Peace.